Happy death day to you. Happy death day to you. We finally have a sequel. Happy death day to you. Oh man, I had some what do you call reservations about a Death Day sequel, but Happy Death Day to You surpasses the original Happy Death Day in every way. First of all, let's talk about the main actress. Jessica Roth, I think that's her name. Well, you can look it up. Bottom line, the main actress is even better in this movie. She brings all the awesomeness she had in her first outing and brings a level of human flaws that makes her so relatable. And her no-nonsense attitude to the situation tells me this movie picks up possibly the day after the original movie left off. And she doesn't miss a step. And her dark sense of humor at the situation is just so enjoyable. Honestly, Roth, Rothe, that's why I'm pronouncing it that way, is got to be my second favorite scream queen behind Jamie Lee Curtis. And yeah, she counts as a scream queen, or final girl if you want to call her that. And her fellow cohorts, her boyfriend, still cool, kind of background-ish. The Asian guy, he is still cheap comedy relief, but he's also deeper in places. He's actually quite intelligent and helpful. We get a couple new faces who I think should be in a relationship together. Anyone who's not Roth's character is kind of background-ish, but you notice when they're not there. Everyone, I think, did a really good job. We get to see more background characters from the earlier film. The whole cast comes back. I'll not say who exactly, but the whole cast, and then some. And I think everyone did a really, really good job. Once again, we have to deal with having technically unlimited respawns, but at the same time, those respawns come at a cost to the body. Once again, Roth's character is living on borrowed time. And the fact that there are multiple killers, which I think was shown in the trailer, so no spoiler here, really threw me for a loop. And honestly, the story was able to move forward in a believable but also crazy way. I mean, it's not just time travel. Well, I don't want to spoil it, but let's just say there is a bunch of wibbly wobbly, timey wimey stuff involved. And it is very entertaining to watch. The action is, again, better than the original. We get jump scares that are actually effective. We get special effects for the various deaths that are done practically with makeup and stunt work and believable CGI for the wibbly wobbly timey wimey stuff. And the camera work, I cannot talk about the camera work enough. There were these slow-mo shots that were beautiful, despite depicting various violent acts. Now, there wasn't really any gore per se. It was more implied. But honestly, I didn't mind the fact that there was little to no gore. The actors brought enough to the table, and the story brought enough to the table, so that I just had a fun ride watching everything. This was a sci-fi, rom-com, action, thriller, comedy, murder mystery in one flick. And it even allowed our main character to make mistakes and be painfully human. I know I've said that before about other characters, but I like the term, painfully human. Honestly, you were rooting for everyone to get what they want in this film, except for the villains, of course. And you even get to see certain characters in a different light, and you sort of feel for them too. Honestly, I kind of hope to see a third Death Day film where everyone lives happily ever after. But I probably won't. This is probably the last one, and I'm glad it was far superior to the original in every way, shape, or form. It had a wicked sense of humor, and it literally flipped off and stuck its tongue out at the audience. And that's why I loved it. This is definitely a worthwhile Valentine's Day film, especially if you've seen the original. In fact, you should see the original at home on Valentine's Day and then see this one the next day, because that would be the perfect Valentine treat. This is Mr. J signing out. I'm reminding you, you can always respawn. Happy Valentine's Day.